Is this who you were watching?
Hey guys, it's RJG Gaming here. Today this is a collab video of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Subspace Emissary. And I'm joined by... Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Raza, and I'm glad I could be here to help narrate this.
That's very lovely to hear. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Prologue. The story begins with Taboo, the embodiment of subspace. Taboo resides within subspace, a realm of empty darkness, and wishes to destroy the world of trophies by breaking it into pieces and dragging them into subspace. Taboo himself is incapable of leaving subspace. He can observe the world and manipulate its inhabitants. From here on in, they would be referred to as fighters, in an effort to create an army which will carry out his plans. Taboo first turns his attention towards Master Hand, the master of the world. Taboo captures Master Hand with chains of light and pulls him into subspace, giving him an effective puppet to command his future army in the real world. Next, he comes across Mr. Game & Watch, who is a two-dimensional being in a three-dimensional world. Has unusual properties that make it possible to create a limitless amount of shadow bugs. Taboo captures Mr. Game & Watch in order to produce the shadow bugs, with which he creates the subspace army. Mr. Game & Watch is claimed to be unaware that he's being used to create the army. With the army formed, Taboo turns towards the Isle of Ancients, a floating island of advanced technology. The isle is inhabited by a society of peaceful robos led by a single master robot that has never before interacted with other races. Taboo needs the island's technology to produce weapons capable of cutting the world apart, so he uses his new army to take the entire island hostage and force research on such weapons. The master robot reluctantly surrenders and allows this to occur in order to avoid the presumed threatened genocide should they refuse. Through he disguises himself as the ancient minister out of the shame for allowing it to happen. Taboo then captures Pikachu, intending to use his electrical power as a power supply for the island. With the Isle of Ancients under his command, Taboo attacks the Hellbird, seeking a transport ship for his army. Meta Knight intends to stave off the attack on his ship, but he's preoccupied by King DDD, who decided to attack at a similar time. Meta Knight loses the battle and vanishes, but DDD learns of Taboo and his most devastating attack, the Off Waves, which can reduce any fighter to their trophy forms in a single long-range attack. DDD realizes that Taboo is capable of reducing all the fighters to their trophy forms at once, rendering them incapable of being revived, and leaving no one to stop Taboo's plans. With this in mind, he begins to work on the item that can revive a trophy on a timer, without needing a helpless contract, which should make it possible to resist the army even if everyone is defeated. Finally, Taboo sets out to recruit Pacific fighters to his cause, using Master Hand as a cover. He focuses his efforts on those who he naturally dislikes, giving him 3 accomplices that are willing to help Master Hand's plan: Bowser, Wario, and Ganondorf. Their objective is to locate and suppress any resistance to the detonation of the subspace bombs, the weapon created by the ancients to send pieces of the world to subspace. To help, the 3 of them are provided with dark cannons, a second newly created weapon which allows the user to reduce any fighter to their trophy state in a single shot. The 3 accomplices split up to operate in their own ways. Ganondorf remains hidden in an undisclosed location, acting as a liaison with Master Hand, as well as the second in command for the army as a whole. While he claims to be loyal to Master Hand, he is simply waiting for the right time to overthrow him and take command of the army for himself. Bowser assembles the Koopa Troop and begins to wander the world in search for opponents. He is relatively loyal to Master Hand, but does not care for Ganondorf asserting rank over him. Wario, on the other hand, sets off on his own and continues to do whatever he wants, treating his objective as a low priority and not caring at all about the plan or his role in it. However, Wario uses the Dark Cannon to turn others into trophies, but keeps them for himself. The preparation of Taboo's plans are complete. He has subspace bombs to cut the world apart, an army created from the shadow bugs to escort the bombs and clear out any operation. The Hellbird transports said army and fighter accomplices with dark cannons should more intelligent force be necessary. Finally, the subspace gunship is under construction within subspace, which once completed will supersede subspace bombs and render the operation all but unstoppable. Chapter 1.
A large crowd fills the Madeira Stadium for a battle between Mario and Kirby. In addition to the generic crowd, Peach and Zelda are in attendance, and Pit watches from a magical fountain in Sky World. As one participant defeats the other, the loser reverts to his trophy form. The winner revives him in good sportsmanship, and they both wave to the crowd. An ominous howling noise fills the stadium as the sky is filled with red clouds. The Hellbird arrives and drops shadow bugs into the stadium, which form into subspace army troops. Afterwards, the ancient minister appears, dropping a subspace bomb that is prepped with 2 ROBs and set for detonation in 3 minutes. The ancient minister quickly retreats to the halberd as it begins to depart. Mario dashes to investigate the bomb. A mysterious smoke cloud appears and a cannonball is fired from it that propels Mario out of the stadium far into the sky. In the chaos, Peach and Zelda are thrown into individual cages, which are held by Petey Piranha. Only Kirby is left to fight Petey. Upon breaking one of the cages, Petey explodes in defeat as Kirby jumps away alongside Peach or Zelda. Mario makes an entrance, leaping in from nowhere with his dark cannon pointed at Kirby and the princess he rescued. He prepares to fire, but notices that the other cage is broken and the other princess is lying outside it in no condition to evade. Wario turns his dark cannon to the easier target and fires, turning her into a trophy. He quickly grabs the trophy and leaps away. Kirby and Peach, or Zelda, begin chasing him, but Kirby notices that the subspace bomb is about to detonate and summons a warp star for the pair to escape on, as the Madeira Stadium is then engulfed by subspace. Back in Skyworld, Pit witnesses the subspace bomb's detonation. He turns away to find Palutena, who provides him with a bow and commands him to save the world from the subspace army. Pit leaps outside and into the clouds to begin his task. He finds the halberd quickly. It passes through the Skyworld and drops a group of shadow bugs that become opponents for him to fight. After some traveling, Pit comes upon Mario. After Pit revives him, Mario teams up with Pit to try and chase down the halberd, but the pair runs out of terrain to traverse, leaving them unable to continue chase. However, an R-Wing flies by, which also appears to be pursuing the halberd. Kirby and Peach or Zelda also appear to be following the halberd, though it somehow ends up behind them. Kirby attempts to land on the halberd's deck, which is more or less successful. Immediately, the R-Wing catches up and attempts to fight the halberd, but the combo cannon's arm scores a hit on the R-Wing, as it comes crashing down and flies past the pair, who are then blown off the halberd. Landing in the sea of clouds, the two climb down onto solid ground, fighting the army throughout and attempt to pursue the ship on foot.
Chapter 2. To the east of the Mid-Air Stadium and Skyworld is a jungle. The Koopa Troop is petrolating hijinks, carrying a cargo full of bananas and moving at high speeds away from the jungle, where Donkey Kong is attacking several of the troop's soldiers, enraged that his banana hoard has been stolen. As DK spots the cargo, it fires bullet bills at him, but Diddy Kong appears and shoots him out of the air with his peanut pop guns. The duel traverses the jungle and through the Koopa Troop to retrieve the bananas. They eventually reclaim it and celebrate the victory, but Bowser then steps into view from behind and prepares to fire his dark cannon at the pair. DK realizes that the banana hoard's theft was a part of a setup to lure the Kongs into a trap, and that trying to fight up a backed up Bowser plus an unknown weapon is foolish. So he punches Diddy away from the scene, taking the shot for himself. Diddy sees DK getting turned into a trophy as he flies away, while Bowser takes the trophified DK hostage. Meanwhile, Mario and Pit come across solid ground and transverse a plane, continuing their pursuit of the Hellbird. When they catch up with the ancient minister, he escapes without much effort. Having landed from his flight, Diddy moves through the jungle searching for help to rescue DK. He finds a crashed R-Wing beside a lake and tries to investigate when Raza emerges from the lake, seemingly upset that its territory has been invaded. Rayquaza fires an energy ball at the R-Wing, then grabs Diddy with an intent to harm him. Fox then leaps out of the R-Wing and frees Diddy, with the two proceeding to defeat Rayquaza. Diddy physically convinces Fox to join him in saving DK, and the duo begin to battle through more of the Koopa Troop. Eventually they encounter Bowser, who for some reason had an odd purple aura and glowing yellow eyes. He is defeated, but dissolves into shadow bugs as the real Bowser fires a dark cannon shot from just out of view, which misses. Diddy intends to fight Bowser to avenge DK, but Fox pulls Diddy away and escapes with him, sharing DK's sentiment about it being too dangerous to fight Bowser. Chapter 3.
Far to the south, Lucas is wandering around an abandoned zoo. The subspace army appears, headed by the Porky statue, and Lucas runs away in fear. Eventually, Lucas trips over a root and gets his foot stuck under it. He panics, but Ness appears and uses a combination of PK Thunder and PK Flash to attack and destroy the statue. The statue is revealed to have contained Porky Minge and the spider-like mech. Two engage it in battle and defeat it. Shortly thereafter, though, the pair see Wario on top of a pillar. He fires his dark cannon at Ness several times, but Ness easily dodges every shot. Wario shrugs and sets his sights on Lucas instead, who's too scared to dodge, so Ness pushes him aside and takes the shot himself. Unconcerned with who exactly he got, Wario walks up to Ness's trophy and laughs while Lucas runs away. Lucas eventually bumps into a Pokemon trainer that currently has a Squirtle. After the pair fight through more of the zoo, the trainer heads on his way, while Lucas decides to go with him in an effort to rescue Ness. To the northwest, the Subspace Army is attacking a fortress that stands in the middle of an ancient battleground. After seeing a subspace bomb detonate in the distance, Marth is roused from the fortress and fights his way out to investigate. Upon reaching the blast site, Meta Knight appears and initiates a sword fight, each assuming the other is with the army. When both are attacked, they are set straight and team up to cross the battlefield. Eventually, they catch sight of the ancient minister, who has another bomb ready to be dropped. They fail to reach him, but then Ike appears and uses Aether to damage the bomb and send the ancient minister flying erratically into the distance. Now a trio, the swordsmen continue their pursuit of the army. By now, King Dedede has realized that the enemy, Bowser and Wario, is collecting the trophies of defeated fighters and taking them away so they cannot be revived. He decides to start his own collection, which he plans to keep safe with his brooches. He starts his collection by ambushing Luigi on a dirt road and turning him into a trophy. Seemingly knowing that someone is approaching, he hides alongside his army of Waddle Dees, while leaving Luigi's trophy on the side of the road as bait. Indeed, Wario rides up the road on his cargo carrying Zelda or Peach and Ness. Seeing a free Luigi on the road, he pulls over and takes the trophy and laughs. Distracted, he is then ambushed by the Waddle Dee army. Dedede then takes Luigi, tosses him onto the cargo, and drives away with it and all of the trophies. As the Waddle Dees follow Dedede, Wario gets up and yells at them in anger and frustration.
Chapter 4. In the forest to the southwest, Link finds the Master Sword in a pedestal and draws it. He passes Yoshi, who is asleep on a tree stump, as the Hellbird passes overhead and deploys shadow bugs. The two team up and fight through the forest in pursuit of the ship. Meanwhile, a cardboard box on the Hellbird is seen moving and fidgeting. Inside the Ice of Ancients research facility, Zero Suit Samus is snuck inside and is wandering around fighting Subspace Army minions and parts of the ROB squad. She finds some sort of generator holding a Pikachu captive and breaks it to release Pikachu. The pair team up and continue to move throughout the complex. After a while, they find a control room, which lets Samus see the room where the power suit is being held. Kirby, Peach, and Zelda have reached the shore of the western lake. Kirby spots something and rushes off in pursuit, leaving the princess behind, who was ambushed by Bowser and shot by the Dark Cannon. Awaiting false Bowser uses the defeated trophy to change into a false princess clone, while he sneaks off with the real one. By this time, Mario, Pitts, Link, and Yoshi have also reached the shore in pursuit of the Hellbird. The false princess attempts to use the Dark Cannon that Bowser left behind to fire at them, but Link and Yoshi, Mario, and Pit have also arrived, destroying the weapon in one slash. The two fighters then fight the doppelganger and destroy it. However, Mario and Link have noticed the fight from a distance, and believes that the real Peach and Zelda have been attacked and defeated, so he attacks the pair in rage as his partner joins in. Once the 2-on-2 fight finishes, but before the winners can revive the losers, King Dedede drives by and snatches the two defeated fighters with the cargo's arm. Link and Mario manage to see that Zelda and Peach's trophy is on board of the cargo as Dedede drives away. Dedede then realizes that Kirby has snuck on board of the cargo, due to spotting it earlier. Kirby uses the final cutter to cut the arm and release the two trophies and quickly revives them before they hit the ground. Irritated, Dedede turns the cargo around and begins to flee. But the revived Pit Link nails it in the nose with an arrow. The 5 fighters join together and chase down the damaged cargo. Assuming that, like the other villain fighters, Dedede is collecting the trophies to hide them away so they cannot be revived. Seeing a busted cargo at the entrance of a set of caves, the group heads inside and fights through the Subspace Army and Koopa Troop to see a castle in the distance, with the Hellbird hovering overhead. Ganondorf, in his undisclosed location, has become aware that Dedede is planning something and is hoarding the trophies in his castle. He transmits the information to Bowser, who sets off to ambush the castle. Thank you to everyone who watched this Super Smash Bros. Subspace Emissary video, as well as Raza for collaborating with me. More is to come with part 2 guys, so stay tuned for this one. Either way guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and do all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.